Well, this is not breaking news. This is something that I felt would happen even at SummerSlam, and I talked about it last week, even on Discord, not just on stream. Look, y'all, Triple H had a really good relationship with Sasha Banks. He put Sasha Banks in the main event during the Black and Gold NXT plenty of times, and maybe it wasn't as many times as some of these other superstars, but she was involved in some big stories in NXT. And she had a very successful run in the main event without Triple H, right? Obviously, Vince McMahon and his way of running the product got to her, and she's known to be very vocal behind the scenes and very stern with her vision, understandably so, might I add. But at the end of the day, Sasha Banks, being a Triple H product from NXT, and Naomi, one of the most loved superstars behind the scenes, everyone that, from what I've seen, has a good relationship with her. It's not like I know these things, guys. We read it all online together, right? We just Google stuff and read articles and see tweets, so I get the same information you guys get. So when I saw that Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and the crew that they got around them, when I saw that they were taking over the main roster after Vince retired, I felt like it was only a matter of time before we read online Sasha Banks and Naomi are on their way back to WWE. And that's exactly what happened today on Monday. So expect sooner rather than later Sasha Banks and Naomi showing up on SmackDown or at a pay-per-view or something like that. Well, I don't know about a pay-per-view because that's 5 weeks away from now. But I do think they're going to come back sooner rather than later again. These are two female superstars that are adored by fans and many behind the scenes. So people were taking their side. And now that Triple H is in charge, who had a good relationship with Sasha, and Stephanie, who's a big believer in Sasha, who's a big believer in the women's division in general, how could they not try to repair what was damaged and what was done to them via Vince McMahon? That to me was just something that was naturally gonna happen. And we heard from all the rumor sites, the same ones that I told you that we read about on Google and Twitter and all that. Everyone's reporting that they are indeed coming back. So, you know what? I'm happy. At the end of the day, they didn't really accomplish anything in the grand scheme of things. The main thing they did accomplish was finding their true inner happiness and inner peace, and they stood up for themselves, which means more than them trying to cause or shift, a big change in the women's division. The tag titles are still vacant, and hopefully they could pick up where they left off, and hopefully they feel like Triple H, Stephanie, and everyone involved, hopefully they feel like they're running the show in a way where they can, create, a better environment for what they were fighting for, which is the tag team division for the women. So awesome for them. I'm happy for them. And I'm excited to see how they use them and how the fans react, because a lot of people have been dying to see them back in the ring, whether it be AEW or WWE. So awesome news. We already saw Dakota come back. We saw Io Sky get called up. Bailey come back. That stable got formed. So expect many people trying to find their way back into WWE, either now or in the future when they can. I'm thinking Karrion Kross is another mistake that Vince made, and we'll probably end up seeing him in the WWE at some point whenever Triple H gets to that, to his number, I would say. So keep your eyes peeled for more news. I think that we're going to see a lot of exciting things within the WWE, and I'll continue to report it and talk about it with you guys, obviously. So yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Sasha Banks and Naomi making their triumphant return to the roster.